That seems to work. There we go. I can still just kind of press buttons until it works, you know.
Come on, really?
They finally learned these. I've had these for so long. Oh man. Finally learned them. The problem isn't that it's like not like the problem is that they all have like multiple affinities and there's just so many different abilities. Like, how are you supposed to memorize all that stuff, you know?
Looks like you're gonna be ready to feel the burn? Fire time! Finish! You're senseless! I did it! Heaven's wrath! Down! You super claws of Harvard! Rock Speed on ice! Claws of Harvard! Rock Swarm! Roll down! Devour! Roll down! You won't get away! Thunder Blitz!
Hey, watch it! Shooting star!
Here! Enough waiting! I'll help you! Crushing Link!
Like it's just one of those overly complicated parts of the game, you know? Where there's just like 20 freaking different arts and just like, I don't know. But not to mention, like every enemy is a different enemy type, and then it just seems like it's just overly complicated, and it's impossible to have something for everything. You know, you got to go deeper into your combo if you want whatever it is that you want to counter against. I guess like if you were having particular trouble with a specific boss. And you knew what type he was, then you could set your combo to have an advantage against it or something.
Yeah, Lady Teresa caught it for me.
Ooh, those pincers are sharp. Eisen, take a look at this fine specimen of a stag.
Wait, I believe that might be a two-horned rhinoceros beetle.
Listen, you two. If you're gonna get in another fight over this, I'll just say it's a new type of drone beetle.
You wouldn't.
You've really figured us out, huh?
Eleanor, you didn't make him
Granted,
say that just now, did you?
this is exactly what it's a good thing because I did say that a good game is easy to learn and hard to master. So, to that end, it does fall in line with that like ideology that the game is easy to learn. You don't need to do the overly complicated nonsense. But
they laugh
yeah.
in joyful times and cry in sad times.
So
Their
yeah.
stomachs even growl too.
Their stomachs growl?
Now I take it as a matter of course that not only Malakim, but demons and Therians too, have their own thoughts and feelings.
I thought you hated demons.
I certainly still do, but now I feel something besides just hate.
Malakim with free will? Demons and Therians as well?
You must have sensed that in Laphicet, or you wouldn't have caught that beetle for him. When you saw his beaming face, it must have reminded you of when Oscar was a young boy. Am I correct?
This conversation's over.
Teresa, be honest. Isn't there something wrong with the Abbey using a dangerous experimental art out in the field?
Oscar's the one who decided to go through with it. Don't presume to know anything about who he is.
Yeah, I have. I won't be at home for the next few days after tonight. I'll be back on Friday though.
Everyone ready to play? Well, that about does it.
Really good XP. I gotta check like. My status, whatever. Why is it so hard to find status in this game? There we go. That's it's 4K just for that little bit there, so it's about maybe 25K per level. 4K a battle means I gain a level in just a few fights, which is really good. As long as I do those combined fights and get 4K per, I mean, that's substantial considering just like last dungeon or dungeon before I was getting 900 on a good fight, so.
Using that art could be fatal. I can't allow Oscar to try it.
Lady Teresa, is something the matter?
Everything is matter, you little shit.
I'm fine.
But you looked like you
The
were in
world,
pain.
the universe is literally made out of matter.
I was just
God, you're supposed to be smart.
You didn't have time to rest after recovering from the Corsair's scourge. You're awfully hard on yourself, you know.
And even harder on others, am I?
That's not what I meant.
It doesn't matter. I'm well aware that I'm stone cold. But they say a Moloch never knows his vessel's heart. I said nothing all those times you snuck off to the library, did I?
You knew about that?
Of course I knew. But I was just letting you know through while the master might let her little pup. Number one,
Fair.
didn't wander about
Fair.
like
Thank you
did.
for the 444 bits,
What makes
Kamen
you
Rider. Thank you, dude.
I'm sorry.
Well, boys will be boys, I guess. But I was planning on punishing you if that behavior continued.
Punish me how?
You don't want to know.
Punish
It might wreck
me.
your good cheer.
Lady Teresa.
Look at how open she's being. Do you really think she'll work with us?
I don't think she's lying to us. But I don't think she's being entirely truthful either. Look, I know I probably don't have to say this, but...
You don't. I won't let my guard down. If I see anything funny, she's dead. And since she has no Moloch, it'll be quick.
Hey, buddy. Don't want to fight you. You're by yourself. Plus, there's a super monster over here. Let's go kill it.
Are we ready for this?
You
I enter the fray. Hey, watch! Shooting star!
Ready to feel the burn?
What?
What the?
Mine! Hector strike! Dark Feeler!
Hey, watch! Shooting star!
Enough waiting! Earthquake! Power! Cool down! Hector strike! Finish! Feeler! Dark strike! Take that! Devour!
Devour.
Earthquake! Earthquake! Finish! Here! Dark strike! Hector strike! Devour! Cool down! Feeler!
Enemy guard minus 75%. Blocks everything I throw at it. Okay. No mercy!
Annihilating!
Did you think you could escape me?
Whoa, invulnerable for 3 seconds at the start of the battle? That's what I learned on those boots? That's what the passive is on those featherlight boots? Wow. 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 That's actually pretty cool because it guarantees that you like, it basically guarantees that you get like an intro into battle, you know? 3 seconds is pretty long for this game, so especially at the start. Yeah, the special enemies, they give 0 XP and 0 gold. It's all just for special points and stuff. They're fun little battles too. They're a little bit more difficult than the random battles that you get. The only challenging encounter that I've ever had has been, well, there's 2 challenging encounters that I've had. There was one that was like one of those special enemies like that I just fought, and the other one was, nice, arcane bottles can come in the gray chest, so I gotta, or the bronze chest, I gotta make sure to get those. The other one was one of those like enemies that come into battle when you have a hard encounter. Like if you bring the enemies together and they become stronger, there's a chance that a little thingy will join in, and that was a challenge too. Dire foe, yeah. I almost died on that one because it kept one-shotting me. Just one shot, one shot, one shot. Okay. It wasn't even challenging per se, it was just cheesy. But yeah. Hell of a lot more challenging than anything else we've come across. Granted, it's because the game has a good combat system, you know? If a game has a good and meaningful combat system that you can understand and exploit, like, you're gonna have an easier time with combat because you can mechanically get past things, you know? You're no longer, like, banking on not getting juggled in one shot or something, and that's important. That's really important. That doesn't make the game easy, it just makes the game, like, you can manage it, you know? You can actually do things to mechanically get past things. I think that's really important, having mechanics that allow you to be better at a game, as opposed to just like RNG being in your favor in order to win. This feels like a place I've been already. You know, I think it is. It's the way back. Basically, you go deeper into the dungeon, you get access to surfboard, and then you can then use that too. Can I go this way? Cricket.
I'm ready for this.
Devour! Alright, I'm learning a little bit as we go on. See, this is like this is why you don't overwhelm your players with like walls of tutorials and stuff. And why when you do a tutorial you want something to be more intuitive, you want it to have little visuals, you know, showing the menu where the things are that you're looking for, and not just have walls of text, because walls of text can be, it's you know what it is? It's like if you are given like a legal contract and you have all this like fancy wording that you're not familiar with because you haven't studied it already, that's a bad tutorial. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you're getting this legal contract and you're just like, your head is swimming, you're trying to wrap your head around all these words and like, wait, what's this? And you got to sit there and think about it. Like, if you really actually want to understand what it is, you got to sit there, you got to think about it. You have to like refer back to the things that it's talking about, and since it does it to you in the middle of battle, you can't go into your menus and your status windows and stuff and like actually take a look at what it is. Exactly, your eyes kind of glaze over, and you're just kind of like, I don't know what to make out of this. Like, give me something intuitive. Intuitive means, for those of you that don't know, intuitive means very natural to understand. Intuitive is like, what's an example of an intuitive design? A coffee cup is intuitive. It has a receptacle to put liquids in, and a handle to hold it. Your eyes are naturally drawn to this, and you can naturally understand how to hold and use a coffee cup. You know, it's intuitive. It doesn't require a manual. You know. And pictures and like visuals, they are means of adding more intuitive explanations and designs to things, you know. Get over there, hit him. Why are you not walking over to him? Alright, Make a Sonic Thrust and Cerberus Wave back to back sucks. Unless it's the other way around. I could reverse them.
I refuse to fall here.
Yeah. If I did Cerberus Wave first, and then make a Sonic Thrust, that'd be better. Although, I have Mega Sonic Thrust twice, so I should do something like, let's just try that out. The reason is I do like a jump back attack with Cerberus Wave or whatever, and then do a dash forward, but the dash forward wasn't very short. It was very short in distance, so I just completely missed the opponent because I jumped back farther than I'd go forward. So if I had, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, that would make, or maybe it's Megasonic Thrust that jumped back. That would mean I would want Megasonic Thrust last. Or is it Cerberus Wave? Jumps back and attacks with a Sterling Wave of heat. Let's just try it like this and see what happens.
Teresa, let's review our plan before we go in.
All right.
We'll tell Oscar that we'll release you if he gives up his weapons and Malachim. We'll tie him up, collect the Therian, and then head for the docks. Once we're aboard our ship and ready to sail, we'll release you. You'll be free to do whatever you want.
Very well. But I want you to promise me one thing. Promise me you won't hurt Oscar.
That depends on him. I'll defend myself if I have to.
Velvet.
Please, do it for me, too.
If you want to save Oscar, you need to make him listen. Put your own life on the line. You're his sister. Do whatever you have to protect him.
I will. Even if it means my death.
My Desu. Even if it means my Desu. So that's interesting that the save point is here. It feels like this is the right way to go. Up this path. But then I had that cutscene on the left there. So I'm going to try and see if this is the wrong way instead for Tregies. Because, you know, I always think of the oh. Okay, well. Cowabunga! Man, I love being a demon. I mean, a turtle. Tales of cool borders. Yes, indeed. Indeed, Iron Mog. Absolutely bodacious and radical, dude. Ah, very bodacious, my dude. Quite radical indeed. Yes, yes. Yeah, what is up, my fellow dudes? I also am into very cool things and radical stuff as well. We should do radical stuff together soon. You should give me a call on your rotary phone and we'll schedule an appointment. A date, if you will. With our bros. To do radical things. It is quite enjoyable to me. Slap bracelets. Oh man, dude. I had one of those teachers that like had like in-class like currency systems. He called them clams. And you know, doing cool things or good things or doing good on a test, you got clams. And I 100% bought a very awesome slap bracelet with my clams. I loved those things. Those were awesome. I'm probably gonna have to go back and hit that fire switch, actually. Might as well just do it now. And it was like neon yellow, too. I loved it. Neon yellow slap bracelet. It's like the 90s, the most 90s thing I can think of. You had a New Kids on the Block slap bracelet? Wow. I think you got me beat, man. I was never really into music though when I was a younger kid. I didn't get into music until like late high school, and by that time it was basically too late to like, you know, be cool with it. And so I just kind of whatevered. And it turns out, if you're not into music because of like, you know, your bros or your friends or whatever, or some kind of social standing, turns out you don't end up really caring about it too much, aside from just whatever you listen to that sounds good. And then the rest doesn't matter. Like, you don't care about the bands and their history and, you know, who's, you know, the drama of it, right? I never got involved in that, and so I never cared about it. And even when I started to get involved in it, I never cared about it. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that I never was into music in school, or just because I never cared about drama in general anyway. I'm a drama-free kind of person. Mostly because I really hate misinformation and untruths, and drama is almost completely swarmed by misinformation and half-truths and stuff. So probably just my pet peeves playing the majority of the role there.
We're almost at the Earth Pulse point. You all know the plan, right?
I'm using you as a hostage to keep Oscar from doing anything stupid. And don't you try anything funny either.
Let's get started! I said, the wrist whip! Diving cross! The wrist whip! Next! Diving cross!
That's way better.
Turning around! Alright! The wrist whip! Diving cross! Internal torrent!
Yep, that's a way better combo.
Hey, is everyone all right?
Valkyrie.